In this video, we want to do just a quick overview of the modules page. Here's the modules page view for your test course. And so the first thing you can do, obviously, is you could create a new module if you want. Give it a name. And then click Add Module. And it gets added to the bottom of the list. Now within that new module, you can see there's nothing here yet. So you can use the plus button to add to your module. You can add assignments. You can add a new quiz, files, pages, discussions, a text header, an external URL, and an external tool. And the most common would probably be the first two, the assignment and the quiz, and then the page and the discussion as well. So by clicking any of these options, you have the ability to insert an assignment that you've already created or create a brand new one. And when you click Add, it inserts it into the module. And then this is just a blank assignment. There's no content to it yet. You can click the assignment itself to go ahead and go into the editor for that specific assignment. A few other things you can do here with modules is if you are working on a course with quite a lot of modules, you can minimize them and maximize them. You can reorder the modules, which is a really nice feature of Canvas. So just look for these 8 little dots in the left, top left next to the module name. Hold that down and then drag it to reorder these around. The gear icon is the settings for the module. So click Edit. You can rename it if you want to change the name. You can lock the module. Put a date here. This means that the module is visible to anybody that's in the course. They'll be able to see all the assignments, all the quizzes, all the discussions and pages that are in that module, but they'll only see it from this view. They won't be able to actually click on any of these links to actually view the content. So they'll just basically see a list of what's there if it's locked. Now you can set prerequisites. And a prerequisite is basically something that students that will have to do before they can actually enter this module. So the prerequisites work by basically selecting a previous module. In this case, we can select the training module above and requiring the student to complete it. So it says they must complete the module Canvas course design training. You can see that when you do set up that prerequisite, it shows here below the module. There's the prerequisite. You can also require students to move through the module items sequentially or not. Now for this prerequisite to work, it's saying that Canvas is requiring the student to complete the design training module above. Okay, that's fine, but there are no requirements to this training module. So basically, as soon as a student logs in, it's basically complete. So you can set those requirements in the module itself. Notice it says this module is complete when, and then we can add the requirements. It gives me a list of everything that's in the module. And so I can set specific requirements for completing each item in the module. If, for example, one of these assignments is a quiz, number 6 is a quiz, then I can set a minimum score. If it's just a basic page, like practice 0, practice 1, these are pages, then it's pretty much just the user must view the page. This is still kind of nice so that to make sure that users don't skip things. And the other basic one is for assignments. You can set the requirement that they must submit the assignment. Okay, when I update this, you'll see that those specific requirements are then listed below the module item. Look, practice 1, they must view the page. Practice 4, they must submit the assignment. Practice 6 quiz, they must score at least 3 points. Now, because I've put the prerequisite here in my test module, Canvas is going to check that they did all of these requirements before opening this module to the student. So Canvas is going to check that the student viewed this page, that they submitted this assignment, and that they scored at least 3. And all of those factors need to be complete before the student can actually access this new assignment. So just be really careful if you are doing requirements, because it's easy to block students from accessing content that they need. We don't want it to be too restrictive, and so for the most part we don't use requirements. One recommendation that I do have is that you have a must view the page requirement for really important documents at the beginning of your course. Things like a calendar page, or some sort of tutorial on how to submit your assignments, or if you have a specific structure that students have to do in your course, then give it the requirement that students have to view the page, and that would be helpful.